Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kame Brian and this is Day's Dilemma. This is a new segment I'm creating which will be talking about our day in day out problems we have in countries, not just Ghana. It's going to be all over. So on today's topic, we are going to talk about the importance of having prisoners help our development grow. But I want to ask you just one question, yeah? Have you ever thought of how Ghana's prisoners or any other country's prisoners could actually help develop their nations or our nation? This is a serious topic we need to tackle as a citizen. Unlike being online, just creating agenda and all that. Okay, so right now, most prisoners in Ghana spend years behind bars doing nothing, no training, no skills, and when they come out to society close doors on them. So when they come out, like when they are free and they come out, society will have that kind of perception that, oh, this person cry, he was this, he was that, he was this. So due to that, they won't laugh or they won't even like to associate themselves with. So this is what we are coming to discuss about. If the government can make something beneficial from them, it will help in the development of our country. As just the same as it will also help in reduction of the government expenditures. Instead of spending huge sum of money importing stuffs, these same prisoners can be trained. Then what do they themselves will start doing it here in this country? How about that? Have you ever thought of that before? Okay, join me. Let's dive into this. Let's get to know what the government can do to help in making this right. So just imagine this. What if we train our prisoners in agriculture, carpentry, or even coding? What if prisoners become schools for second chance instead of warehouse for punishment? Even with all this stuff, it serves as a punishment. But we have to gain something from it. It shouldn't just be punishing them, beating them, letting them do a whole lot of things any that's even bringing any importance into this country. Government spends a huge sum of money on them due to food and all that. Meanwhile, these people can be trained to become something good. Okay, so let's dive into it. Let's get to know what the government can do. All right, let's get to know what the government can do, or what the government can also the policies the government can implement to help them get get to where they have to get to farming. Just imagine prisoners all over the country. You have a portion of them enter into farming, onions, pepper, and all those kind of things. How about that? It will help the country stop importing a whole lot of stuff from other countries. Whilst things are being imported over here, while things are being farmed over here, it will also help even with them. Omo prison hono. It will also help them in terms of what they eat, in terms of the food they eat, in terms of the kind of things they eat. Instead of them eating those small meals, whilst them nankasa are doing the farming, it will help with their nutrition and stuff. How about that? Have you ever thought of that before? That could as well also help in this 24-hour economy that the government is trying to implement. Okay, so let's talk about what about community projects or like cleanups. So let's say construction of roads. Roads are being constructed during working hours when cars are in town going up and down. Then what they'll be causing a whole lot of traffic. How about these prisoners are being trained? These prisoners are being trained to start doing those kind of things themselves. How about that? Have the government ever thought of that before? How about you train them in doing those things so that when it is late at night, when the roads are less busy, these people will now be on the road trying to fix the roads, trying to do something. That is even going to help them in terms that they won't have so much time doing things that are unnecessary. And when they learn all those kind of things and they are not out of prison, they will have something good which has been learned from these prisons. How about carpentry? We live in this country where government continue to import stuffs, import this kind of carpentry stuff, this kind of office tables, um um wardrobes and all that. Whilst all these kind of things can be done here in this country, you can as well engage these prisoners, train them to become experts, professionals. Then whatever so that is needed, whatever office that is needed, these same people can also at least do that for us, instead of spending 100 million US dollars, 200 million, 300 million US dollars on this kind of things. These people will do that lesser than that. Instead of spending a huge sum of money, these people can be trained, and they will use lesser than that money, which will also help us with our expenditures and stuff in this country. Have you ever thought of that? So let's come to welding. Welding. Welders are needed in most sectors of this country. We live in a country where we don't have hospital beds. And a patient will visit the hospital, and all what you will get to know is that, oh, in Panio, there's no bed in Panio, and all those kind of things. How about we train these prisoners? Some of them will be welders, where they can do hospital beds, instead of you importing huge sum of hospital beds in huge sum of money. These same people can be trained to start doing that here in this country, where we wouldn't have to go and be paying a huge sum of taxes importing hospital beds into this country. Just okay, let's just give an example. This Agenda 111 Nanado started. I know a lot of things will be imported from outside. How about we teach these people, we train them to become welders, where they can as well start doing hospital beds and stuff. This is going to help them acquire knowledge. It shouldn't just be that they'll be in the prison bullying people, and also be in the prison in the form of transporting drugs and stuff. Because yeah, we live in a country where they that live in the prison there, no, people do send drugs to them. They do drugs in prisons. We have prison all over the country. Why can't we gain something from them? Let's say, for example, yeah, the northern part of Ghana, those people will be doing farming. The southern part, they'll be doing this. This part, they'll be doing this. This part will be doing. It will help a country grow. This is also a new form of 24-hour economy. It won't be that all of them will go at once. Maybe half of them will go in the morning to 5, then in the evening, and another batch will go. That's the same way you train them also become drivers and stuff. That's that they will become drivers and stuff, where that this big tipper trucks and stuff, that you have to bring people from outside, bring Chinese and stuff from outside to come and be handling those things. These same people can be trained, and it will help them not to sit, because unemployment is actually causing them to be doing all sort of rubbish that is ending their life where they are now. How about you invest in them, do this, so that they will get themselves busy. They will get themselves busy, and they won't sit and be like, oh, let me go and steal, let me go and do this. Ah, this person is passing by, I don't have money. Let me just take this person's phone. Instead of doing that, why won't you train them? Train them to become something that even later on, if they later being released from the house from the prison, that means there's already job over there for them. Okay, so let's go to technology. That's digital or tech skills. In Nigeria, in Rwanda, some prisoners are being trained in coding, because right now our the country is becoming a digital world now, where police, immigration, and all that, they are entering into the digital world. Why won't you train these people so that they could, because there are a lot of people in the prison there who are IT gurus, who knows much more about ITs. I want to train them, let them acquire more knowledge to what they have, so that they can use that to help the country. Instead of bringing people from outside to come and do something, there are people here who can do it. Why won't you do that? Spending huge sum of money importing stuff. Why won't you use our prisoners to create those things? Why won't you use our prisoners to create these things? That is not all. Listen, I'm fashion. There are ladies in prisons who are just there doing nothing. You can train these same people to become fashions, to become tailors, to become a whole lot of things that our police officers use uniform, our in our military uniforms, immigration, all those uniforms needed can be sold here in this country. It can be sealed here in this country. They will sew everything here in this country instead of importing all those things into the country. Why can't we do this? Because with the help of these prisoners, we can actually we can be developed. Well, how about you bring a policy of auto mechanics, electrical repairs? There are buses that are sports. That's repair BI. We have no repairers to go and be doing that or all that. Or maybe because we have repairers, but due to the money which is going to be involved, you'll be like, nah, let me just go and buy a new one. Instead of spending this huge sum of money to repair this, let me just go and buy a new one. There are hospital equipment that are sport that can be repaired and used. There are a whole lot of things that are sport that can be repaired. Look at this, our traffic lights which are not working. Look at these street lights all over Accra which are not working. Why can't you train these same prisoners? These same prisoners during the day, first batch will come, repair this to this to this aspect of the road. Second batch will come in the evening. That is how that will even help with the 24-hour economy. Even with doing that, you should have a payment plan for them. Even if it is 200 cities by the end of every month, 200 cities. When they are about to be released from the prison, you will now give it give it out to them so that when they go out, they will know that okay, I have this money. I have I have learnt this when since the time I entered into the prison, so I can start this business. I can do this. It will reduce crime rates in this country. It will actually reduce crime rate in this country. Have we ever thought of this before? I'm not ending over there. Building constructions. We are building hospitals where um we bring people from China, Japan, US, and all that to come and do those things for us. But we have people in our prisons that can do it even much more better. They just need to be supervised. They just need to be trained. Hospitals or buildings that actually need 2 years to be built. With the help of these prisoners, we can actually use 1 year to do it because they'll be running shifts. This person will come from morning to 5, then the second batch also come from 5 to this. Have we actually thought of this? Have we actually thought of helping our prisoners gain some skills so that the crime rate in this country will actually reduce? No, because of unemployment, people are now engaging in all sort of things. Because of because of um unemployment, people are actually because they don't have money to eat, they don't have money to do anything. So they will rather invest their time in doing all sort of things that will later end their life where they are now. Have we as leaders of this country thought of it? No, we haven't. But these same prisoners can help us in so many ways. Just look at the Bastard boys. If the Bastard boys are 20 and we can get prisoners to also come and be helping them, and they can be like, okay, instead of 20, they are 50 or 60. Instead of covering just 5 kilometers area, or maybe covering just a small portion of place, if there are that many, they can cover a huge sum of places. They can cover huge area. That will help reduce flood in this country. These same prisoners can also be sent out to to clean up gutters that are blocked, to clean up gutters that are blocked. They are we have we have potholes all over this country, roads that are constructed, there are potholes on it. Have you ever thought of training these people to know how um to construct roads? Instead of bringing people from outside to do this, we have people in our prison who can be trained to do this. Instead of spending huge sum of money on other things, we can spend lesser money letting these people acquire knowledge or skills. Just imagine you have built an hospital and you are supposed to import bed which will cost $200 million, and you have these people trained as welders. They are welding beds, they are welding hospital beds and stuff. We will spend lesser than what we are supposed to spend to import because of the tax you'll be paying at the port and all that. You will spend less. Have you ever thought of that before? Or you've built an office for a ministry that you have to furnish those places with office chairs, office tables and stuff, whilst prisoners are there lying there doing nothing, that they can be trained into carpentry, which they can do all this for us, which these same people can be trained to be drivers. This ayololo, this um ayololo metro mass bars and stuff that are being packed, they can actually be doing something that will engage them in doing something so I don't sit there and be doing drugs and stuff. This is the things that we are supposed to be doing to help them. That place shouldn't just be bullying just for punishment. We should engage them in learning a skill, engage them in learning skills that will help them eliminate this unemployment and stuff. Burkina Faso has started. His prisoners are actually entering into farming. Prisoners are entering into farming now. So why can't we do that over here? Maybe you can do that. Oh, Accra, the whole part of Accra, all the prisoners are going to do this, or some of the prisoners will learn this, some will learn this, some will learn this, some will learn this. Okay, when we go to the northern parts of Ghana, they are going to do this, they are going to do that. Then you train them to become things that maybe they actually wanted to be, but they didn't get a chance to be trained about. How about that? Have you ever thought of that before? No. But we just spend money on them. When it comes to food and all that, we spend money on them. But 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 what, they don't learn anything. They come back home and still go back to doing the same thing that they did. That's what he was caught, because there's no job for them. And as long as they has been released from the prison, people out there are going to shut their door on them because they won't like to associate themselves with those people. So what are the government actually doing about this? Because this can create employment. This can actually help with the 24-hour economy they are talking about and all that. What is the government actually doing with this? I'm just pleading. If His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will actually listen to me and take this as serious, it can actually help us. We can actually use them as farmers. That will help or reduce importing onions, tomatoes, ginger, and stuff from other countries. But those things can be done over here. We wouldn't have to depend on people. This can be done here. A lot of things can be done with this with with our prisoners. Let's stop wasting potentials. Our prisoners can build our future. They can develop this country. We need to change those systems. Those prison systems needs to change. This is the first video of days is in dilemma. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, once I bring to you more insights, knowledge about this, about stuffs happening in our society which needs to be changed. My name is Kwame Brian. Tag a friend, share this video to a friend. Let your friends also come and watch. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about me. My name is Kwame Brian. Catch you up in my next video. Yagaduguke Piao.